Each week at this time we do something called a community moment, where we invite someone from the Oasis community to come up and share kind of a brief thought for the day. Sometimes it's like the story of your journey to free thought. Sometimes it's kind of an idea that you've been working with, a book you read you want to share with us. Just kind of a brief kind of thought for the day. And if you'd like to do a community moment, I would love to get you on the schedule. Today, our community moment presenter holds the international record for Oasis community moments. He's done more than any person in the history of the Oasis movement. He is the Lou Gehrig, the Iron Man of community moments. Let's welcome Lou Kana. Where is he? There he is.
Morning.
Morning.
This is going to be a little bit different in that half of this community moment is on me and the other half's on you. That's because I need help with something. So, let's get to it. Some of you were no doubt present about a year ago when I gave a main talk about bigotry and racial prejudice that I learned from my father, thanks Dad, and wasn't aware of that until I watched this wonderful documentary on PBS called The Freedom Riders. Some of you were here when I did that. And that helped me get my arms around the fact that I was prejudiced against African Americans. Went a long way towards healing. And I feel pretty good about that now. But that's because I could get outside and looking in and said, you know, maybe I've been wrong about this all this time. Well, that's working out pretty good. But now something else has come up. Not nearly as serious, but it's bothering me. So maybe you folks would share your experiences with me in this area and help me get my arms around this. This particular problem is where I overreact to strong religious beliefs directed towards me. I'll bet you it's happened to everybody in here. You bet. Especially at this time of the year, you know, the holidays where religion is much more obvious than it is, you know, decorations and all that. So, okay, so here's what happened to me. I have a friend of mine who I dated a little bit. Her name is Lynn, and the first time I had to call her, and she knows I'm a non-believer. The first time I had to call Lynn, I got her voicemail, and of course it ended with, "Have a blessed day." Well, you can't escape that, and if you get bent out of shape on that, you got to think about it, because it's not going to stop, and it's not even personal. I mean, anybody who calls her gets the same message. So, that didn't bother me too much. What did bother me is after the second or third time we went out, we went to a play. We had a lot of fun. And she sent me an email thanking me, because I guess she didn't get out too much, and she thanked me for taking her, and I said, it was my pleasure, and it's so much better to go to a play with someone else than to go and be alone. Guess what's coming next? Yeah.
We're never alone with Jesus.
She said, that she's never alone because her Creator is always in her heart, and so she never feels lonely. I didn't take that very well. I took it personally. And I think I have a problem with dealing with this. So I may be oversensitive. Maybe, you know, figure, I got over the African American intolerance thing, but I'm having a problem with this. So my question is, how do I transcend this? So now we're up to you. So does anybody here have any advice for me on how I can get around this, what I view as a personal attack.
Okay, we're gonna, if you have an idea, pass, but this is, Lou, we don't normally do audience participation on the community moment, but Lou floated this idea by it, and I thought, it was a good idea. It's like how, I mean, we do live in this culture where we are kind of bombarded with, you know, religious phrases that are just part of the lexicon of daily life. How do you, I mean, how do you help Lou, I guess? Is there what, you know, what's a nice way to deal with this? I'm gonna go with just randomly. I'll come to you next, Gretchen.
Hi, Lou. This is like super brave of you, and I'm really impressed. I've had people at work want to put their hands on me and pray. And I'm like, there's got to be an HR issue here. And I snuck out the back door. Generally, when people tell me, you know, I'm going to pray for you, have a blessed day, that has nothing to do with me, with God. It's, they're genuinely wishing goodwill on me. And I'm grateful for anybody who wants to wish goodwill on me. Unless, of course, they give me the, I'll pray for you. And then they might get something nasty back because I'm an awful, vile person. If they tell me that, you know, they're never alone, they've got Jesus, all I can think is, you know, that really is nothing about me, that's about them, and if that gives them comfort, I'm happy that they've got comfort. I don't need it. I'm fine otherwise, but mostly it has nothing to do with me. So that helps me not be offended by it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. Gretchen, and then Ted.
Well, this offends me when I go to Costco. There's this lady that says, have a blessed day. So I thought, I've had enough. And I went to the administration and I told them, I said, I'm here to spend my money, not to learn about religion. And I want this stopped. And it was.
Good for you.
That's another approach. Okay, Ted.
Yeah, I also get irritated with some of those, but I think in your example, it was a little bit of a softball in a way, because you already said that the lady was lonely, and so this looks to me like a survival mechanism or something to help her. And so as long as she's not imposing or on your behavior and something that you need to do in response, then I think you should just...
I think I took it that way, but you're exactly right. It was not directed to me personally and a denial of my beliefs. Thank you, Ted.
Well, we can take the long way around here. Sorry.
Hi, I am a believer, but my husband is not. Hi, I'm Catholic. I was raised my entire life Catholic, but my husband is atheist. And one of the main things that we've been good with our beliefs with each other is that I respect and that he respects. I don't push it, he doesn't push absolutely anything. I understand what you're trying to say, and I get it, because I get very frustrated with people trying to tell him things. And he doesn't even care, and I'm the one who gets mad. Because I'm like, sorry, but fuck you, don't let me fuck you. But I, as a woman, as a feminist, don't say like, well, clearly she doesn't go out very often, because that's just not nice to her. Her belief is something that is about her. And I get it 100% that you say like, well, but that's you, just don't try to push it. And I feel it every single day, because it's annoying with people that are trying to push what they believe. It's like a constant battle to try to control where you are. And I get it, I completely get it, but I think in a relationship you're gonna have to find a happy medium and understand that, okay, that's what you are, And if people tells you an email saying, oh, I'm never alone, good for you. That's the best, and in my opinion, that's the best way.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have time for one more. I saw Sean's hand.
Oh, Lou, I guess the first thing is maybe in the form of a question, and I'm not entirely sure that it's entirely relevant, but it may be seconds what Ted was saying. Does she know that you obviously, I mean, I'm guessing she knows that you don't have beliefs at all.
She knows.
She does know that, okay. So if that's the case, then I can see that as maybe a slight bit irritating. But you know, the way I look at it is, I think all of us here, for that matter, are here because we all come from different walks of life. We all have different views on life. None of us are, no two people are going to be the same in this room, right? But we're all trying to make it through the human experience together. If that makes her feel fine, then so be it. And I would say move on and let her live her life the way she needs to. So I agree with that. I don't think, from what it sounds like, I don't think she was saying it in a malicious way. She just, that's her belief system. Yeah, good luck to her, you know.
Thanks so much. You know, when it's raining. In Japan, which is probably one of the most secular cultures in the world, there is all this residual religious language, religious phrases in the language that are still part of daily life. For example, if you are sick or in the hospital, it would be very natural for me to say, I am praying for you. Nobody thinks that you're being prayed for. It's simply, in that language, it's the way you express care. In English, we sometimes say, I'll be thinking about you. If I say that in Japanese, it sounds creepy. It sounds like I'm thinking of you. Okay, so, you know, I just wonder if we're going to get someday to the point where, you know, as we become more secular, we might have some of this stuff still around the language, but we won't think anything of it. Anyway, really thought-provoking. Thanks so much, Lou, for another great community moment.